What's going on, YouTube? Angry Sumo back in action. Oh my god, it's been a few days since I've uploaded a video. Sorry, I've been busy again. Kind of in my own head too with a lot of stuff. Trying to create content. Sorry, I'm a smaller channel trying to grow. Asking for help. Help me grow. Just help me grow. Help me grow into infinity and beyond. Okay, what are we going to talk about today? It's hot. Hot as balls. Everywhere you go. No matter where you go, it's going to be hot. You're going to sweat. You're going to stink. Speaking of stinking, I'm going to take a shower after I do this video because why the hell not? Took one last night. Felt good. Going to take one again here in a little bit. Hopefully feel good. Hopefully get moving. But let's talk about it. What are we going to talk about? Expediting? Yes. I'm going to tell you guys this little story here. This is going to give you a piece to where the journey started in expediting for me at Panther Premium Logistics. Let's talk about that. What are we going to talk about? My time there. All right. First of all, what is expediting? Expediting is moving freight, less than truckload, LTL, delivery, whatever you want to call it. Truck driving, same difference. We're all doing the same thing out here, right? So companies like Panther, like the bigger majority, the mega carriers as you call it, Panther, V3, Bolt, Load One, all them, every company out here, you have this thing called fleet owners, and these are people who own anywhere from 4 to 25 vans, even 30, 50, however many. One person owns all these vans, and they find independent contractors, 1099, like us. Crazy people. The ones that want to do this crap. Or the ones that YouTube it and think, oh, I'm going to make a shit ton of money and jump right into it. You make it, it is what you make of it. Put it that way. Okay, so getting in with Panther. Now, this is not a video to bash them by all means. I'm not going to bash them. I'm just going to give my honest opinion and my honest reviews. I worked for them for about a year, and I went through 2 fleet owners before I left and decided to come with this company, which I will not say the name of. Not because I'm not proud of it, but because I don't want you fuckers flocking over here and stealing my work, okay? All right, so let's talk about it. All right, getting in with Panther, pretty easy. You do the online application, blah, blah, talk to a recruiter. All right, they get you signed up with a fleet owner. When you're new, you don't know the questions to ask, so you just kind of go with the flow. You take what they give you and you go with them. Now you get signed on. Now, getting out there to the van. Sometimes they'll help you. Sometimes you got to do it yourself. It all depends on the situation. So you get out there to the van, you get signed on, everything, do all the paperwork and all that, all the app orientation, whatever it may be, however it may be. Now you get on, you're on with a fleet owner. Sometimes the main, how do I want to put this? The standard is supposed to be 60-40, 60% to the driver, 40% to the owner. Driver pays fuel, the owner pays maintenance and whatever. And that's the standard with a lot of the companies, except for the mega carriers. I know a Panther and Bolt, and well, Bolt does have some 60%ers, I do believe, but Panther and Load One, I want to say you're going to be on a 40% split, which means you only take 40%. You don't pay for the gas. That means the fleet owner pays for the gas, and they rip you off on this one thing called a fuel surcharge. They'll keep the rest of the money. So you get in with the company. You're on a 40% split. Now, at Panther, I'm not mistaken, it's like 73 cents a mile or something like that. You do 40%, you're going to average about 28 to 30 cents a mile. And, I mean, it's not terrible, but it's not good. You're going to have to run your ass off. That means for 1,000 miles, you get $300. Anywho, there's a lot of money that they will screw you on. My first fleet owner over there at Panther, I was in old Big Red, and I was on the 40% split, so he would sell me the gas money whenever I needed it, and I would only make 40% of line haul only. Now, there's this thing called the fuel surcharge, which, they usually give you about, let's say roughly about 20 to 23 cents a mile. Sometimes there's money left over, and not gonna lie, the fleet owners, they will dip their hands into that and not split that with you, when in fact it's supposed to be a 40% split of the total load. Now sometimes you have deadhead bonuses or whatever the case may be. It's not very good. And Panther, now like I said, I'm not trying to bash them, because they are a decent company. They will run you if you want to run. If you want to work, they will work you. The problems that lie inside the company are they do not get involved. And with that being the case, then that means the fleet owners, they have more freedom to do what they want. I mean, yeah, it's their equipment. Yeah, they can do it how they want. And then the money situation, they're going to do it how they want, and they're going to fuck you. A lot of the times when you get in with these companies, you're going to get a bare bones van, which means you're going to get a piece of tin. It's just going to be a regular van, no insulation, no bed, no diesel heater, no power supply of any sort. You're going to have absolutely nothing. You might get a curtain and maybe a sleeping bag if you're lucky enough. But 9 times out of 10, you're going to get the absolute bare minimum. And you're going to work your ass off for the absolute bare minimum as well, because they're going to keep on dipping their hands in and taking all they can take. And Panther is not going to do jack shit, nothing about it. All they're going to do is just dispatch you and tell you they can't get involved with anything. So, I left him. I left him for about 3 months, 4 months. Went to Walmart, went to work for Walmart at home, and I went back to him like an idiot, but, hindsight 2020, I didn't know. I went back to him. I got a newer van. It was a 23. And I got offered more money, which, it was nice. And here came the catch of having to team drive. Now, team driving, you get more money in the line haul, but you got to split that between the two. And then team driving, it's mainly for, husband, wife, or, 2 people who know each other. I got caught with a complete stranger, of course. Didn't know the dude from a hole in the wall. Had to pick him up from Dallas. Rode with him for like 2 weeks before I was like, screw this. I had enough. I couldn't do it no more. I really couldn't do it. So I left him again, and it was around this new year. And it was around January, I want to say. So I left him, and then, Panther, they're okay about getting you another fleet owner. They got plenty to spare. Plenty. So my next one, I talked to her, and it's standard. It's 40% split, and this is where they'll be careful of who you pick, because they will cheat you, they will lie to you, they will say what they want to say to get you in that seat, and then once you're in that seat, and if you're financially unstable, they will take full advantage of that, because they prey on people like that. They know they can keep them. They know they can kick them around and kick them in the dirt. So I got with this woman there, and her name was Hina, and holy crap, let me take a sip of coffee for this one. So she had a new van. I picked it right up off the lot. She got me to the van, and my first week with her was okay. I mean, I was pretty much Ohio, Illinois, Indiana, just running straight through those states. And I made a pretty good week with her, but I didn't do my math correctly. The first week she did, and the second week it didn't add up. The second week she figured out, oh, it's only 40% of the line haul, and oh, don't worry about the fuel surcharge, and oh, your bonuses, they come to me for my gas. I'm like, oh no. I only lasted the month of January with her before I was like, screw this. So towards the middle to end of February, I cut loose. I brought that van back to Panther's yard, talked to the dispatcher, and I told him, hey, here's the keys, I'm out of here. I ain't driving for this lady. I'm not doing it no more. I don't want another fleet owner. I'm not going through this again. You guys don't get involved. I told him the whole situation. And the only thing that he could say is, it's very unfortunate. You are a hell of a driver. You run hard, and we hate to see you go. That's all I got. That's what it's like working for a mega carrier. They don't give a shit about you. They could care less. As long as you get their freight moving, that's all that matters with them guys. Right now, I work for a smaller outfit, so, I mean, I feel like they care. They do. I've been moving. I have been moving. At first, it was a little slow, but they were feeling me out as well as I was feeling them out. But, and my fleet owner, shit, he's the coolest dude ever. I don't hear from him. I could go 2-3 weeks without hearing from this guy. Shit, I forget that I even have one. Sometimes I feel like I own the van, which is good and bad, but we'll get into that in another video. But yeah, right now I'm in a smaller company and feel like they care. I'm gonna stick this out as long as I can. I've been with these guys since February, and here it is, we're in July. So I couldn't be any happier. I like it. I'm satisfied. These guys, they keep me moving, and they're small enough to where they actually care. They listen to you, and they give you advice after you get done with the load and all that good nonsense. But yeah, this whole point of the video is, when you're gonna go with a mega carrier like Panther, Bolt, V3, whatever, Load One, all of them, if you're gonna go with any of them, ask your questions. Here are the questions to ask. 1, is there a bed? 2, do you have at least a generator or a power inverter? 3, is there a diesel heater? And 4, what about air conditioning? Oh, and 5, is the van insulated? Ask all your questions. Find out whether it's a 40% split of just line haul, or do I get 40% of the total gross? Ask all your questions. Don't listen to everybody here on YouTube thinking that, oh, we're living life luxurious, we're living in motels every single night, and we're taking home thousands and millions of dollars. No, that's not the case. Don't do that. Do your research, ask a lot of questions, and try to stay cool, because it is hot. No wonder why the devil doesn't come down here no more. I chased that son of a bitch away. Yeah, he played a game. I won. On that note, I'm going to end the video here. Got to edit it up. Going to take a shower, get cold. So, peace. Oh, shout out to my wife if she's watching for this long.